Welcome to Opposites Distract. I'm Jared.
I'm Bo.
We are very excited. A special Halloween edition of Opposites Distract. We're going to go through our top 5 horror movies of all time. And we have not compared notes, but Bo assures me that none of mine are the same as his. But we shall see. I will start at number 5.
You shall start. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
At number 5.
Yeah, right into it. Let's do it.
The Exorcist. Have you heard of it?
Oh,
a little movie called The Exorcist.
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah.
Are you judging?
Number 5.
Are you judging by enjoyable? Like, it's an enjoyable movie. So for me, when I heard we're doing top 5,
I couldn't stop laughing.
I was thinking about these movies I enjoy watching versus those who they scared the bejesus out of me. I never want to see them again. They give me nightmares. There's a difference there. So we didn't lay the groundwork.
Lay the groundwork. Okay, for me, horror movies, because as a morning show host, 2 years ago, I did 31 horror movies in 31 nights or whatever. Ooh. So I reviewed 31, or I guess 30, because in Halloween. And so I went through a bunch. So we had this debate, but it could be whatever you want it to be. For me, it is how scared I was at the time when I watched it, coupled with entertainment, and then you don't have to do this part. This is for me.
Okay, sure.
The impact it had.
Yeah.
On culture. Mm-hmm. The last one is not necessary, but I think did you enjoy it? And at the time, because yes, you go back and look at some of the Exorcist stuff from 1973, so 50 some years ago.
I still haven't seen it. I don't want to watch it.
Oh,
I know. Okay. I've seen clips of it, and I just cannot bring myself. I've almost started it. Well, I have started like at least once, maybe twice, and I'm like, I don't think I'm in this headspace to handle this.
And it's been in the zeitgeist for years, like spinning head and
then the lore around her afterwards, and like a lot of the cast and the death that happened, like unforeseen and accidents and all this weird stuff,
like throwing up in the theater. That was like the original people like freaking out, running out. My dad said because he was probably 30 at the time when he saw it. Like there was news reports in like England, people were suicidal after seeing it because it was the religious aspect to it. Yeah. And I like it because for me, if it can happen, and I know if you're not religious, you're like, well, it couldn't happen. And even in part of my religion, I don't know if that could happen, but for a lot of people, they think that it could. And so well, what if you left an evil presence or spirit into your home?
Well, yeah.
And then of course, it takes a hold of a child or a young person, which is scary.
And innocent. So that's the juxtaposition. Yes. You have the hyper evil mixing with the totally innocent. And that's what a lot of these horror films, they get their scares from the innocent, being Chucky. A lot of these Pet Sematary, it's innocence that's being corrupted by an evil force. And I mean, again, if you believe in exorcism or demon possession or whatever,
it makes it way more scary.
It does. If you do believe in it, it makes it way more scary.
Yeah. So that's the groundwork for me. Do you have anything you want to add for your groundwork?
I think it's a great. I mean, that would be a Mount Rushmore if we had 5.
Okay, we had 5.
Mount Rushmore horror films.
If only Mount Rushmore had 5. It's still 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I don't know. We're going to keep going.
Earlier episode. Okay.
Like you, if you like peanut butter or not. This is inside joke. We're going to keep going on forever.
Because I was like, does he remember?
So from my number 5, I go off of how enjoyable the film was to watch. I don't enjoy, like, afterwards thinking about it for a week. That's not enjoyable to me. I like like a thrill and a that's scary, but then it doesn't sit with you and start eating at your ego as you're sleeping, like any weird stuff like that. So my number 5 is none other than Nosferatu.
Oh, it's so good. I do love that movie so much.
It almost feels like it's not a horror film because it's like a thriller and love, but like at its core, it's like one of the original horror films, like with Nosferatu from back in the 30s, silent films, and the new one with Lily Rose Depp. Oh my God!
Well, can I say something about that? I don't want to interrupt you.
No.
I thought she was like hot in that movie. Yeah. That was not the point. It is not the point.
No, but she.
And then I forgot it's Johnny Depp's daughter, but that's still not the point.
Do you think it has something to do with like the wardrobe?
I think the wardrobe, and then there's a scene where there's no wardrobe, and I'm like, but I don't know. I just thought she was and also
very alluring.
The whole purpose. I mean, she's like hearing this thing, and Nosferatu has a spell on her. And then let me also say this: her acting to that I thought was phenomenal. I think that made it sexy. Like absolutely. She's really, really talented. I'm like, who is this great actress? And then you're like, Johnny Depp's daughter, and I'm like, oh. No. She's awesome.
No, I think she got snubbed at Oscar.
She did.
I mean, that's like
she was fantastic.
Her acting was incredible.
I was like oddly attracted to her.
And that's what it is. It's almost like a siren, like the old mythical creatures, the sirens. They're so beautiful, but they're absolutely circled with like darkness. And she has that energy too. There's some actresses just have a darker energy, like Jenna Ortega. And
Yes.
but they're perfect for those roles. But there's something about them. Aubrey Plaza's another one that it just
Alanis Morissette and music for me back in the day.
There you go, Alanis Morissette. I mean, they all had that kind of the same dark energy. So casting in that movie, phenomenal. It was it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It had enough jump scares. It got me a couple of times.
Yes,
which
it
I
did.
like. It wasn't just flat, just a love story. It was in the acting, the stars.
From top to
amazing.
bottom.
Yeah.
There's really no bottom. It's just like top to top. I mean, the acting was phenomenal.
Much like Denzel's newest movie. Lowest to
low.
Subterranean.
Suck to suck. That's a good
We're
one.
going to rip on that every
Single time.
podcast.
The one movie no one saw. For good reason. We warned you.
It's on Apple TV now.
I know.
Apple TV picked it up.
And they were like, oh, that's why we didn't release the box office numbers. And they were forced to a little bit because, it's going to go to streaming. BS. Anyway,
I guess this is like our Halloween edition podcast in a sort of way. Like this is like
this is Halloween edition.
The big deal. So we should have outfits on, eating candy.
Well, I thought about it, but then my outfit's not in yet.
What are you gonna be?
Be Shrek.
Are you really?
And then Katie on our morning show, she's going to be Fiona. And I was like, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. How about you be Fiona? I could be Shrek. And I was like, you can be. She's like, I want to be the ogre one. I was like, I was going to suggest that, but I didn't want to say it.
I didn't want to say the ogre.
A little unorthodox, I'll admit.
And she's like, no, of course. She's like, I painted myself green last year for Gamora or whatever from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then, anyway, we have other person on our show is going to be a donkey. And then Jason Goodman's going to be Laura Farquaad. Little short one. He actually looks like him.
That is perfect.
But I would be Shrek. I don't have it yet, though.
Are you doing something with your family or just your radio station? Because we're doing something with our family. So we're doing like the whole Tangled. Okay, so you got Rapunzel.
Oh, fun.
So my oldest daughter is Rapunzel. My wife is Mother Gothel. Mm-hmm. She has the outfit already, the wig, long blonde, black
your
wig.
Wife could be any Disney character.
Truly, yeah. And then I'm Flynn Rider, of course. And then our youngest is Pascal, the little iguana.
I love the group theme things.
Yeah,
but I have
family.
a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 5-year-old. He's gonna be a minion. I thought it'd be Gru, and they could be minions. They're like, oh, bruh, that's so mid, bro. And I'm like, it's so 6'7". I'm like, okay. Ava, not Eli. And I go, just don't.
But Ava's probably about dressing up. I bet
Ava would do it.
Gets into it. Yeah.
Ava would be like, absolutely, or she'd be, one of the female characters from Minions or whatever. But so we'll see. But
yeah,
it was so much fun when they were younger because it didn't matter. We'd all be something
big
fun.
Group. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
I just want to throw this out there. Lily Rose Depp. I'm currently single. If you want to holler,
Lily Rose. Is she really? But do you need that in your life? Do you need it?
I do.
I
would.
You would?
I just think she's really talented.
She's super talented. And there's something attractive to that. Like, not only is she gorgeous, but like when you have someone who's super talented too, and like, it's just such a whole. Okay, women probably think the same thing about men. I mean, I have to assume that's the case.
I know for a fact. I was when I've been on dates. I've been on dates with women out of my league, which is basically me be a 4. But I usually try to dub. I'm so humble.
3s.
Yes. Did I say 4?
Yeah.
I'm at 2.5.
No, it's
but I usually try to date twice to 3 times my level, so 8s to 10s in my opinion.
Solid.
And the last time I went out with somebody, she was probably a solid 9, and she was like, "So why'd you ask me out?" and all this stuff. I'm like, "Cause you're hot." But in my mind, I'm like, "You have a good personality, but you're funny or whatever." And I said, "What about you?" And I said, "And you are attractive." And she goes, "Oh, just totally personality only."
Gee, thanks.
And I was like, "Only?" She's like, "Why do you mean say only?" I'm like,
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
I get it.
Freudian slip. Or do you think it was trying to be funny? Like,
I have a mirror. She said, "No, I didn't mean it like that." I'm like, "You did," and I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it if they're with me. And
you do have a great personality.
That's long term.
And you are really handsome from the waist down. Really handsome for the waist down.
Yes, in this suit. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
are we going to number 4 now?
Number 4. All right.
Yo.
At number 4, man, this is a hard one. But it did go by that. There's a million horror movies that I love, but I would say The Ring. Ooh. And I just rewatched it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I just rewatched it, and it's better than I remembered.
It had a stranglehold on society.
And they had the whole thing. It's easy to follow. Some of the times, some of these horror movies can be ethereal where you're like, wait, what does that mean? The fact, you watch this 7 days later, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people take
Tuesday, day 3, day 4, and you're taking that ride along with them. Naomi Watts, I don't sound like a hornball, but I used to have a major crush on her. Mulholland Drive in The Ring.
Are all the movies like just hot female led?
My number 1 has Anna Nicole Smith in it when she was alive. It's like Bordello of Blood or something.
The top.
They're all if they have somebody hot. But she was so good in it. It has the guy I can never Brian. He's the dad from Succession.
Brian Cox.
So he's in that, and he's not in that much, but even his part is just so great. But following the thing and trying to figure out what's going on, and it's obviously no spoiler alert here, but the girl coming out of the well And when they find the victims, I forgot their faces are all like distorted and like freaked out and like burnt and like mouths are like gaped open, which is
of course again. It's really hot when those mouths are gaping, even though they're corpses.
Yeah, I mean,
like
how fresh though. Ed Gein?
Yeah.
How fresh?
Yeah, Ed Gein?
Ed Gein. I say Gein every time. Dang it.
I think it's Gein. He says Gein, but
I think you're right. It's Gein.
There's
I always say it wrong. But there's no happy ending.
Nope.
When I watched it again, I'm like, oh, that's right. They wrap it up nicely. I'm like, oh, no, they don't. No, they don't. Like, and so, yeah, I think the suspense was there. I think there's jump scares. And I think kind of the psychological in a way, like that you're trying to figure out this puzzle and then easy to follow in another way. So The Ring is really well done. That's my number 4.
Number 4 is going to be, again, you said how influential it was when you were a kid.
Right.
So if you saw something and it, on paper, it's like, this is kind of silly, but you saw it at a time that 6th grade, 5th grade, it's like, oh, you're fully aware of the evil and the dark and everything else.
Okay.
House on Haunted Hill. Have you ever seen this movie?
No, I've seen the show.
Okay. There's a movie. It came out in 99. It had like Chris Kattan in it. Like Geoffrey Rush, who's Captain Barbossa. This is like early 99. On paper, it does not seem like
I was in South Africa. Literally. So I didn't watch movies for 2 years. So I have like a 2-year gap where I haven't seen any movies.
Summation is there's like this
show's
random,
awesome.
sort of like a game of Clue, but a bunch of random people get these invitations to come to this party, and if they can spend the night, they will receive $1 million.
Okay.
But here's the thing. The location is an abandoned mental institution from a long time ago.
Heck
and
yeah.
a lot of the demons or the spirits or ghosts are still in there. And so the whole thing is they're recording it almost like a snuff film that they're going to use this footage later on, but these people are running around.
And they're unaware.
Yes, they're getting slaughtered in the most terrifying ways, like horrifying. Of course, I think it was in 5th grade maybe when I was seeing this, and I was like, because I had an older brother, and of course, older brothers always want to push the limit, like, hey, we should watch this. I'm like, okay, great. And this movie, dude.
I want to watch that. I've not seen it.
It sidelined me for a while. Like randomly, Marilyn Manson does the theme song for it.
It's interesting you have Chris Kattan.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Marilyn Manson did a cover of that song for this film.
Oh, nice.
And it's again, the energy is just total, just dark. And if you haven't seen it, you can see it. If you're a girl, you probably won't even think it's scary. But when you watch it when you're like 10, oh boy. Yeah, that'll mess you up. I was messed up.
So there's a show, but it's the house on something. It's something a hill.
Silent Hill.
I don't know, but it's on Netflix. But that is a different premise.
The
Haunting of Hill House. That's the Netflix one.
Yes. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, they've done 2 seasons of that.
Which I loved.
My wife loves horror film. Like she can watch all the paranormals, all the stuff. Like I'm like Conjuring. I'm like, nope, I haven't seen any of them. I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, on just where I work on the morning show, we have 4 people, and 2 of them will not. Really, 3 really want to.
Yeah, it's kind of like a torture.
And I torture myself. Like I kind of want to. It's kind of like a roller coaster. Like, why am I doing this? And then you do it. Like that was fun.
Well, not watching. We did a podcast from the beginning. Clown.
Terrifier. Gosh, that's just like just nonsense.
Sickening.
Yeah, it's just like how gross can they make it? Yeah, Terrifier. Those are fun to watch though. Well, 1 and 3, 2 was like really long and bizarre.
Worse.
Huh?
It was worse than the third one?
The third one was they kind of got back to what they did in 1, and just made it like gory and crazy. 2, they try to do something. It's just way too long. And it was like, anyway, maybe I'm getting confused. All right. Number 3, I have Hereditary. And that was
on Liv's top. Hereditary. That didn't mess me up that much.
Now, that does not have any cultural impact because most people, when you talk about it, they're like, what is that? But Toni Collette is so freaking good in this. Yeah. I mean, everyone is. Everyone's a great. You don't know where it's going. I had no idea where this is going. And there's this like very bizarre, sorry for the actress, but she would know that's bizarre. Younger girl at the time. And she's like looking out the window, but she's weird. Like she's
off.
Kind of clicks only. She has like a tick or whatever. And then like in school, she'll do something like a bird will slam into the window, or she picked up a dead bird and like kept it as a pet and cut its head off or something.
Yeah.
But she's not in that long because she puts her head, spoiler alert, she puts her head out the window on the way home from something and it got knocked off. And we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then it just goes from there. And then I would say the last 15 minutes of Hereditary is one of the freakiest 15 minutes of all horror movies.
It is.
The way Tony, spoiler alert, the way Toni Collette's character.
Everything is with spoiler alert.
It's been out for a while, but I feel bad if somebody's like interested. Toni Collette, the way she dies.
Yeah. Piano wire.
Yeah, it's just like, insert clip here.
There's some very damaging imagery in that movie.
And then when it ended, it was kind of like a satanic type thing. Yeah. And so that's what got me, like a cultish type the whole thing was about this cult that's been with this family for seemingly years. Yeah. But they I don't know. It's so well played.
They're trying to bring forth this entity from a long time ago.
That's right.
And
that's
it's in this family's bloodline that they have the power to do this. And yeah, so as time goes on, what got me about that movie was most tragic, scary movies have this moment of sheer trauma, and the little girl getting her head knocked off. A lot of times, I think people can relate when you have like something really horrible, like trauma response. That's what kind of sends you into is like immediate trauma response to this family and the darkness and the sadness and the depression they're going under. And so this kind of operates as a facility for this entity to come through the family, because now they all do have this darkness around them and in their house. And the setting, the house was very creepy.
It was creepy.
That was a character, that house and that setup and all that.
And then Toni Collette could say nothing, not even like, I'm not even talking like a scary moment, like because she was designing that dollhouse and the characters, and just like when they just her just concentrating on it, there's something off about this character. Yeah. There's something that's not quite right. And there's a famous scene, probably if you haven't seen the movie Hereditary, insert here, is how many times did I say that the other week?
That's what she said.
But is when the son gets whatever's going on with him, and he starts slamming his head on the desk.
Yeah, and then after when he comes to and he starts screaming this like blood curdling, like real felt scream.
He was great in that too. And then he just starts crying. And then he was in Jumanji. I don't know his name, but he's really good.
Yes, he is.
And if you're single, hit me up.
You're so talented. No, I agree. That's a good one. That must live up a little bit more.
No, I literally could not sleep that night. I'm a grown man. I probably saw it in my late 30s. I'm a grown man, and my hand was hanging off the bed. There's nothing in the movie about hanging your hand off the bed and somebody yanks you off. I'm like, oh, I'm exposed to the demons. In my mind, I'm like, this is stupid. This is crazy. So I slept all night, like making sure I had covers on me. I didn't sleep at all.
Did you leave a light on?
I was married at the time. I was like, I didn't want to admit that I was scared of it, because I think my wife was like, at the time, was like, don't watch that, because she didn't like the demon stuff. Well, I'll be fine. And I'm like, I can't sleep.
Yeah, I think it must live up more than it did me. I thought it was scary, but I wasn't like
my
thinking
brother,
about it after the fact.
I talked to other people, like, it messed me up, and then I talked to then my brother. He was like, it was good. I said, what about the ending? He was like, I'm like,
psycho.
How dare you?
All right, my number 3.
Yes,
another again very enjoyable, very original film. 30 Days of Night. Josh Hartnett. 30 Days of Night.
I haven't seen that. Zombie.
No, vampires.
Oh, vampires. I knew that. Vampires.
Yeah, so they're up in a remote Alaska town.
Right? Okay.
And for 30 days up in Alaska, every year there's total darkness. Well, day 1 comes in and the sun goes down, and then this brood of a very creepy fact about that. They were wearing like formal wear. They were like collared shirts and vests and cummerbunds and jackets, and the girls wearing nightgowns. It just added this whole other level of creepy.
It's kind of like some of the scenes, honorable mention, not from me, it's not in my list, is The Shining. They kind of have those, you don't know if it's happening now or then, where they're in a ballroom and everyone's dancing, everyone's dressed properly and nice and tuxedos, and it juxtaposed to like this insanity that's going on.
Yeah, it is like that. And they're like, outside and it's freezing cold. And they have
that's even creepier.
Yeah, and they have these, collared shirts on, but they're just covered in blood. And again, and the vampires looked phenomenal. Deja, insert clip here. They look phenomenal. Josh Hartnett, total random movie for him, but it was incredible. He won this tear with that, and then he surely did Penny Dreadful, the Showtime show. Phenomenal show. If you like a Halloween show, Penny Dreadful is probably the best enjoyable horror film or show you'll see. Most of them is either like enjoyable and not scary, or it's totally brutally scary. This is kind of like a nice marriage between the two.
Yeah.
So Penny Dreadful, watch that. Josh Hartnett, amazing, great movie. Great vampire movie.
All right.
I like vampires, I guess. So,
I like vampire movies. We could have a whole episode about that, or vampire shows maybe.
Vampire Diaries. Do you like it?
I think from top to bottom, the hottest male and female cast of any show that's a scripted show. I mean, maybe Baywatch, but
back in the 90s?
It was older, though. I mean, I don't know. Every actor and actress in that is super attractive.
I think MASH.
Oh, yeah.
The cast of MASH is
super. Golden Girls, lest us forget.
I saw this thing is like Golden Girls, and she was like 45 here and looked like she's like 75. I'm
right.
Like, that's 45? Oh, my God.
And like, now they'll show like Sofia Vergara, who's like 55. Yeah. And you're like,
You haven't seen 30 Days a Night, really?
I have not. When you said it, I knew what. Even though I said zombie, I meant vampires, and I knew it was in Alaska. I just had never seen.
See, I had a couple obscure ones. I had, there's my obscure ones. Most people wouldn't, but I enjoy watching them. I actually will watch.
Well, that's the whole thing. The horror movie. What's scary to you? What's enjoyable to you? Because there's some horror movies that we did just fun horror movies. I mean, ones that I just liked. It'd be a totally different list. Like just
that's what I
only.
did. That's what I did.
That's fine.
Just ones I would like.
All these I really enjoyed. But then I kind of added into like how scared was I at the time?
Yeah, there was a scary meter. Like this pushed it, and Pet Sematary, Stephen King, honorable mention, that pushed it for me. Yeah. Like I was messed up again, probably around 9, 10 years old, and I'm like, God. And for a year, I was terrified of this. Chucky terrified me for a while too.
Yes, absolutely.
I've never been good with the
dollish.
Yes, yeah.
I don't
scary
like it
things, not my thing.
No. I mean I don't love it. It's just if I'm in the mood for it, it's like really fun to watch a scary movie with somebody though. Otherwise, you're a psychopath.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna watch this.
I'm gonna watch this. And
Exorcism of Emily
Pet
Rose.
Sematary was the first horror movie that I saw. The first one. I think I was at one of my friend's birthday parties, and he was like turning like 8.
Yeah.
Or 10. And I remember
I watched about the same
I couldn't
age.
even like tell my parents because we weren't supposed to watch radar movies. And then also that it was like a weird one. That was like the parents should not have allowed that for their 4th grade birthday party.
No.
Pet Sematary.
No. Is your friend like locked up or dead now?
He died.
Yeah.
No, he's actually a Vanderbilt law grad.
Oh,
I don't know what that says.
Maybe that's
maybe
the parents knew what was going on.
Straight.
Scared them straight. No, I see. The thing is with that movie, again, going back to like trauma in a movie, if there's this trauma experience in the movie, it's so much more grounded for me. Like with the little boy getting hit by the 18-wheeler, Gage. Again, it's just this depression and this darkness and this heaviness before the evil ensues. And I've seen a normal, natural thing with me when there's a movie that has trauma and then it goes into scariness based upon that trauma, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like I don't do well with that. If you try to scare me, whatever, great. But if you use that,
I don't like kids stuff.
I don't either. I
mean, they can be spooky, but I don't want kids dying in movies unless it was a girl from Hereditary because I was like, she's a tween.
But
still, it's like, ugh,
she
it's too
had
much.
A very creepy energy.
And I guess as an actress, she has to know like they picked her because she's a good actress, but she looks weird.
Sure.
As an actor, would you say that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. You kind of figure out pretty quickly. They say don't be off brand, but like so my brand is just hellacious looking people.
Right.
But
right.
Are you not going to work? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you see some characters and they're supposed to look awful in the movie, and it's not the makeup.
Yeah.
You got to be self-aware that like I get cast as this ugly person all the time.
Yeah, or like this like terrifying person, like probably that girl does.
Right.
And
or something's off with her. Yeah, she's a good actress though.
Great actress, but I don't know. Are we at number 2?
At number 2.
Number 2.
Hubie Halloween, Adam Sandler. Have you not seen it? It was number 1 on Netflix when it came out. I'm joking.
I was about to say,
but like, Sandler. Dude. I know you don't run your social media. Somebody, let's repost this. Second scariest movie.
Halloween.
Hubie Halloween's fun though. It's so bad it's good.
It is.
Because at first I'm like, oh my gosh, is he being like little Nicky in this?
You can't make me go back. Of course I can.
And then there's like 12 million cameos like he does. And it was just fun.
It was a good time.
It was fun. Now, that's not a horror movie.
But that's
not
not
scary.
your number 2.
Although there's some suspense there. No, number 2 is The Conjuring. Much like Hereditary, it messed me up. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the religious part, based on a true story. Anytime and so many movies do it, they're down in the basement. They feel like they're trapped. What's around the corner? It's dimly lit. It seemed like that wouldn't continue to work. But anytime they do that in a show or a movie, I'm like, no, get out of the basement. Get out of the basement.
This is some scary.
Do you ever catch yourself like kind of like not watching?
I do.
And do like this, and just so you kind of mute the scare. I do that all the time. If I think something's coming up, I'm just like,
or I do this. I go, oh. Behind them are 5 cameras or whatever, 3 cameras, a whole crew. These are actors. It helped me a little bit for a while. Then if the movie's really good, it just gets me. But The Conjuring, I thought well told, well acted. I forget the actress's name. She's in all The Conjurings.
Again, Ed and Lorraine Warren's what's based off of.
And I'll be honest here.
Oh, let's talk about it. Break it down.
When she was in Bates Motel.
Okay, talk to me.
As Norman Bates' mom. If you have not seen that, Bates Motel, I think it was on Netflix at one point. I don't know if it's still there. So freaking good. When she was in Bates Motel, I was like, hey, she had those pretty blue eyes.
Did you see her in The Town? The Departed. I'm sorry,
yes.
The Departed.
Yeah, she's great.
Great. Another
she's
structure.
not like a classic, like Hollywood beauty, so to speak. But I think her acting skills. She has pretty blue eyes.
Is that your thing? Pretty blue eyes.
I like blue eyes. I love
She
blue
may be
eyes.
single, dude.
Why you're in love with Bo?
Well, yeah.
Blue eyes.
Look at these blue.
That's why I'm in love with
Do
both.
you have blue eyes?
Oh, yeah, I have blue eyes. Yeah.
I'm looking at my number 2.
That's why I'm in love with myself.
here's
The
the thing.
Conjuring. Conjuring. I think Conjuring also had one of those things when it happened. There's a lot of buzz around. Like, oh, did you see The Conjuring? You see The Conjuring? Not, of course, I wouldn't like The Exorcist, but it's been a little while since like a horror movie. There was buzz around it. So The Conjuring was really cool.
All those movies do great, too. In the box office, all those movies crush.
The budgets are usually small.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, smaller. I mean, here's an honorable mention. Honorable mention.
Okay.
This is not my list. Number 2. Paranormal Activity.
Love it. Love it.
Do you know what that movie did? That movie had a $12,000 budget.
Yeah.
Okay. It made $194 million.
Wow.
194
20 years ago, probably.
on $12,000 budget. That's when you know it's a scary movie.
Yeah.
And there's parts like some movies when I'm watching horror movies, if I get a chill, like a genuine chill up the back of my neck, I remember it because it's only happened probably 5 times. That movie gave me one.
Mm-hmm.
When she got pulled out of the bed, the invisible hand
my gosh,
pulled
so
her out of
great.
the bed and down the hallway and then down the stairs and into the basement. Dude, I was floored. That's not my number 2. But still, I'm just saying.
That's a great one.
Honorable mention because they did
love
something that no one else ever did. Okay, number 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2.
Oh, I did like that.
They were
I didn't see the
really
2. I saw the
great.
first one.
Look, Halloween is the classic horror film, right? But what Rob Zombie did, he made this thing vicious and brutal and believable.
Yes.
That's just mental illness is what's causing this guy to be like this. So in some movies, they make it like an evil thing, but sometimes more terrifying when it's actually like mental illness. And the dude's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's
he makes him a
massive,
beast.
dude. And the coloring, the how he shot it, it's truly a terrifying experience, 1 and 2.
The first one, is there a scene towards the beginning where a guy's hiding in like a gas station bathroom stall?
Yes.
And then he comes in, you're like,
Correct.
Oh my gosh, he's a monster. I mean, he's huge.
Yeah. And that's where he got the jumpsuit
Love it.
from. As he
That's
killed
right,
the
that's
truck
right.
driver and put his boots on. Yeah, because that guy, when he was in the toilet was huge too. But you saw how big the guy
I was like, I
playing
like
Halloween.
that. Make him bad.
It
Make him vicious.
Great casting from my point of view. Because I mean, again, you have to have that robotic energy, but you have to have the size. Because if you're gonna be manhandling other dudes, unless you're going to be doing jujitsu or Muay Thai on them, you have to straight power them, right?
Right.
That's what he was able to do. And that's what's so terrifying, was that he was just so big and it was so brutal and the camera didn't cut away. It was like zooming on this knife going to someone's eyeball.
Right.
And how the creative way to show it was terrifying.
That was a good one.
I really enjoyed those.
I forgot that was Halloween. Yeah.
Because again, it's like the original Halloween movie.
A little twist on it.
Yeah. Well, that was on it.
I like that a lot. And back to The Shining, it's not on, well, I can't say what's on your list, but on my list, and the reason it wasn't is it definitely had a cultural impact at the time because obviously you had less movies and different things. Stephen King, the acting, of course, has one of the most famous scenes.
Here's Johnny.
A wink.
But when I watched it again, a little slow.
Yeah.
There's about 45 minutes where you're like, and maybe it's on purpose, maybe it's not, maybe it's some artsy fartsy. Oh, we'll make it people feel stir crazy, but it made me feel like,
Is it our TikTok generation though?
yeah, let's get it going.
Is it
Well,
though?
it's long though.
It is.
I think it's 2 hours plus, which is still long.
And I was later in my life when I saw it. I was in my 30s before I ever saw The Shining.
Yeah. Okay.
Just never, again, horror's my thing. But when I saw it, I was like, okay, I can get how this would be scary in like the 70s.
Right.
But again, it's just, it doesn't have that bite.
No.
That like, ooh, like giving you a feeling of like, I'm going to have problems sleeping tonight.
No, it's different. It's
So I'm
definitely
curious to see
different.
what number 1 is.
My number 1 scariest movie, best horror movie of all time with all of our factors, Jaws. And I know some people are like, oh, whatever, and simple. You think simply because I used to think that way. Like that's something else. It's exactly what horror is. It induces fear into those watching. Mm-hmm. The suspense is insane. Now talk about something that could happen.
Oh yeah,
We could all be killed by a shark.
100%.
And maybe not our family hunted by them, and then the impact, and we mentioned this on a previous episode, but tourism around beaches, not just in America, around the world when it was released, but especially in America, we're down like 50%. People weren't going to the beaches after seeing Jaws. To this day, my fear of being in the ocean, like past my waist, is because of Jaws. And
Have you ever seen other shark movies that don't terrify you as much?
I saw
or is
Jaws
it just
2,
Jaws?
3, and 4.
Did you ever see like Deep Blue Sea?
No, I saw Open Water. That's a good one.
Did you see 47 Meters Down?
I did. I like that.
That was a good one.
Very well
That
done.
was a
I like the
great-
shark. I like these different shark movies.
I do too, actually.
The problem now is that the technology kind of ruins it because
little bit.
in your mind thinking that's CGI.
Yeah,
that's why the Jaws.
Get that.
The Jaws, they obviously show clips of the mechanical thing,
yeah.
and we've mentioned that before. But the mechanical thing, and the fact that it didn't really work that well, so it wasn't in the movie as much.
Yeah.
Just made the suspense that much more.
It feels like CGI has not learned yet how to do sharks in water properly.
Yeah, I mean, when you see it looks like a shark, but then then they do something like moving way too fast. Like, okay, I know how fast that shark is.
It feels different. 47 meters down,
It's a
1
good one.
and 2. Like they're both terrifying.
Yeah, because and then the ocean, you feel like you're trapped. And
Well, that's the second one. The second one, they're in like this underground temple,
yeah.
and so they're trying to get out, but there's these other sharks chase. It just
That's
sharks are
good.
terrifying.
Terrifying because it could happen.
Do any of the animals cause that much fear? Like that you can build a horror film?
No, I mean,
franchise
I know
off
they're trying with Anaconda. Well, not Anaconda. They're making a funny one now that we mentioned, but
yeah.
Snakes sometimes. Snakes on the plane, but those are kind of like goofy.
They tried with tarantulas, like arachnophobia.
Yeah.
They've tried with monkeys.
They've done with dogs.
They've done with Cujo, the famous dogs.
Yeah.
They've done one with, I guess technically Pet Sematary was a black cat, but it had nothing to do with it. But he was just like the figurehead of the movie. I don't know if there's anything that caused so much fear as the shark.
I think shark is it. In among anything in the water. I mean, it's just even if it's outside of water, you saw it, it's terrifying. Sharks, even the way they're shaped.
Yeah.
The air. Anyway, Jaws. If you really think about it, you can argue if you want in the comments. It has all the things. It is scary. You're scared. You're like, oh no. Are they? Suspenseful. The acting was great. I was like enthralled the entire time. That's a long. Now that one is a long movie, but it doesn't feel like it. And the cultural impact. There's no other movie that
I agree.
Horror movie that has the same cultural
100%.
impact as Jaws.
There's still echoing effects of that.
I do it now.
Yeah.
I still do it.
My
It's
wife's the
crazy.
same way.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, and I know it's like, yeah.
I don't know if it's just Jaws, but like any shark, just put that idea in people's heads, like, oh, this can really happen. Even though like more likely to be killed by a slug or something than a shark, but still people are more terrified of the shark. Plus, too, you have like the two things converging. You have the massive meat-eating fish, but then you also have the abyss, the darkness.
Right.
So even if I don't eat you, all I gotta do is pull you down a little bit too far. You're done.
Yeah.
And there's
drowning is a part of it.
And
Yeah.
the darkness of it, the coldness of it. You're so alone.
You feel helpless. Even if you're in the middle of the ocean, you'd feel helpless, let alone with a shark.
Yeah. No, that'd be the worst. When I see like Castaway, whoever, they're on the raft in the big water and their foot's dangling off. I'm just like, dude, just.
I'm like,
just
Jaws is down there.
Put your foot back on.
Tom Hanks trying to get by Jaws.
Even in the lake. If I'm on the boat, I'm like, I don't let my leg dangle.
Yeah.
I see guys do it and they're really cool. I'm like, God, if I could get there one day, maybe.
Except my legs are short, so it just kind of hits the top of the boat the whole
You're
time.
kind of like flipping your leg.
Hey, can y'all get me a raft?
We'll get you one. Okay, my number one.
All right. I don't want to guess because I don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
I'm writing it down in my mind.
28 days later.
No, that was not what I was going to say.
28 days later. The best zombie movie
first
of
one.
all time. The first one.
Love that one.
The one in England, Cillian Murphy, super realistic, super dark, super depressing, but there's something so watchable about it.
Yeah.
I just, every time it's on, I'll watch it. The second one's not even bad. The third one, compared to the first one, it's just, and the first one, they had no budget. Like they were just
I love
indie,
that one.
small, and you felt it, but it was so good for what they did. And the bad guy was just a virus. It's the rage virus that comes from this monkey who spreads the man, and then that's it. Game over.
Yeah, because we went with you guys to 28 years later, and we all agreed, the four of us that went, that the first hour or 45 minutes from setting it up was like, ooh, this is going to be really good.
Yeah.
And it just folds on itself. Self-inflicted errors in it. But I did watch that because the lady I was with at the time wanted to watch it. Oh, no, we were going to watch it with you. She hadn't seen any of the movies. So let's watch the first one at least.
Yeah.
And she loved it. I loved it. I mean, that's really, really well done.
But the first one, man, particularly, remember the ending?
Yeah.
The ending in the castle.
Yeah.
When the thing gets loose. And it's just so terrifying.
Terrifying.
It's like worst case scenario. We got the thunderstorms, the lightning. Oh, my God.
Feel trapped. You can't go away because there's stuff out there that's going to get you. The thing is about this, and Deja, tag The Walking Dead in every possible clip and anywhere they're found. I don't care if it's a Fear City or whatever.
Just tag them.
And Kim Coates, our friend, on the show. Fear City, Walking Dead is in that as well. The creator of Walking Dead has made hundreds of millions of dollars. And I watched it. I love it. They stole so much from 28 Days Later.
Yes, absolutely.
Waking up in the hospital to abandoned city.
That was a direct taking away from
episode 1 of that he wakes up in the hospital. He's in Atlanta. He goes outside. He doesn't know what's going on, and it goes from there. There's so many things that they steal from it. And I know it was zombie stuff, but like, good for you guys. That you got away with it.
They say if you're going to steal from the best.
They are, yeah.
And I don't know that they necessarily did, because people like you and me, I recognize that. But the original of Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later with Cillian Murphy, they didn't steal that from anyone. Their zombie was new.
Yes.
They were fast.
And they're fast.
It's super fast, which I would think
The Walking Dead are slow, but as far as the other stuff,
I don't like those slow zombie.
Yeah, because
I
I
want
can
one
get
that's
away from this.
really, really angry. That's even more terrifying.
super aggressive.
They're super aggressive. They just want to tear you up, tear you to pieces. And they got the blood from their eyes. Yeah, that was a hopeless, but at the same time, just so enjoyable to watch. So I'll watch anytime it's on. That's my number one for sure.
And just off the cuff here, which we talked about before, there are some that had cultural impact that didn't quite make the list. And these aren't even honorable mention, but I think as a franchise.
Okay.
You mentioned Halloween. I think as a franchise, the cultural impact's tremendous.
Yeah.
And within the whole idea of it's fun. And there's some good ones mixed in there. Nightmare on Elm Street in the 80s was like, took over the world for a while. And that was big. But now it's so, time doesn't age well. And then I think the Friday the 13th movies, the franchises.
Jason,
because there's way too many of them, but that's part of you hear that or whatever. You know what it is right away. And so like Jason, Freddy,
and the hockey mask,
and Mike Myers are the three like probably biggest, and Freddy Krueger, probably the Mount Rushmore of just like.
Which ones you said again? Freddy Krueger,
Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason
Voorhees,
and Mike. Oh, maybe it's three.
Who's counting?
Hey, Jason,
and then Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy Krueger, Jason
Voorhees,
Mike Myers.
How
do we just? I thought maybe we said three.
Mean, Chucky would be up there, maybe.
Chucky's good, but I'm saying speaking of all these movies, these.
Oh, Chucky's they've had like probably
that's true.
5 or 6
Chucky,
at least.
And everyone knows you say Chucky. One word, Chucky.
You can't name your kid Chucky
That's true.
anymore.
Chucky, Freddy, Jason, Myers maybe, but
Michael Myers, not Mike Myers.
Groovy, baby.
Yeah.
To be clear, Michael Myers. No,
Mike Myers is very funny.
I love Michael Myers.
All right, so if you put in the comments another honorable mention for me before we go.
Yes, do.
Silence of the Lambs.
Great one. And Red Dragon, Hannibal, all of them.
Have you watched Red Dragon or Hannibal on Netflix? It was with this almost German actor, I think.
Yes, the main bad guy in Mike Madsen. I think it's Madsen's his last name. He's the main bad guy in Casino Royale.
Oh, yeah. He's so good.
He's phenomenal.
That first time, this is not Anthony Hopkins. He's supposed to be younger. He's not Anthony Hopkins.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
You would love it, dude.
Okay.
You would. It's so dark. It's so well told, well written.
How many seasons are there?
I think there's like 3 or 4.
What's it on?
It was on Netflix. I'm not sure where it's at. It still could be there. But Silence of the Lambs,
I've seen a lot of clips from it, and I got me interested.
Terrified of it. If I redid my list, it might be in there number 5. I mean, if I'm thinking about
Silence
it more,
of the Lambs?
it's just so good, so good.
Really, Anthony Hopkins
and one of the greatest.
And Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Who did I have at number 5? I'm happy with my list. I
think I am too.
Yeah, I had The Exorcist, The Ring, Hereditary, The Conjuring, and Jaws.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
But 28 Days Later, I think, still the best scary movie of all time.
Next time we'll do it, we'll have a different top 5.
Probably, because I had a terrible thing about this.
Yeah.
Because again,
There's so many good ones.
am I trying to be terrified, or am I trying just like I can enjoyably watch this and not be like overwhelmed with fear?
That's a very good point.
There's a difference, and I want enjoyable to watch.
I like that. That was good.
Ride.
I enjoyed. I didn't disagree with anything on your list. I thought I would.
Same.
Strongly. I mean, there wasn't like. I guess there's some I haven't seen, but they sound. I've heard of them though.
You should see them.
Yeah.
40 Days a Night.
30. That was religious.
30 Days a Night.
That's the Jesus story.
And then House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah. Okay. So I have something to watch. See, and you have to watch
Hannibal.
But that wasn't on my list. Have you seen all these other ones?
Oh yeah.
The Ring.
Yeah.
The Conjuring.
Yeah. Well, parts of it.
Hereditary. Yeah. Hubie Halloween.
Yep.
You have not seen Hubie Halloween.
Yes, I have. Absolutely.
Okay.
The year it came out, dude.
Yeah, it was funny.
I don't miss it. I'm selling.
No, I love The Sandman.
It's just simply fun to watch.
Fun, absolutely.
Easy watch. Again.
Well, if you would like to subscribe to our podcast, we're wherever you get your podcast. Appreciate you watching. Subscribe. We're on all social media platforms. And if you want to be an advertiser, we just take cash money straight up.
Just Venmo to us. Or just send it in a envelope.
Do it under a certain amount so we have to put it on our taxes.
Yeah, I don't pay tax on it.
All right, until next time.